It is the Red River Farm Network Crop Tour presented by Pioneer. I'm Don Wick along with Melissa Hammer, and we've made our way through the monsoon to get to Thief River Falls. K-Star Ag Services, Kent Rivard is with us, and it is a wet Thursday.
It is a wet Thursday, preceded by a wet summer, so yeah, just par for the course.
You really kind of did have a tough start here in this region.
It was a good early start. It just the good part was short-lived, and planting lasted well into June with intermittent rainfall like a lot of areas, and really hasn't let off for most of the summer. So I think we're up to 26 or so inches of rain for the growing season. All things considered, saying that, things actually look okay. Soybean crop is a little delayed, corn is a little delayed, but other than some drownouts and some ditches, the crop looks fair.
Yeah, it does. And again, I keep hammering what we've got today, but you had what, good 2.6, something like that?
Yeah, 2.6, 2.7 inches just today. So put a damper on some small grain harvests and the beginning of a canola harvest, but hopefully the forecast straightens out next week. I feel like we've been saying that all summer, but
I agree. Let's talk about this soybean crop. You mentioned it a bit. With all this wet, have any particular issues?
Yeah, I mean, of course, root rot diseases, of course, and in this area specifically, we struggle quite a bit with soybean cyst nematode. So been seeing that show up in the fields, of course. So pushing to do a lot of testing again this fall for it, to know where our numbers sit, and know the different races or HG types of nematodes that we have, so we can better manage them next year. Which, you know, leading into that, our new Z series lineup, all of our new varieties are going to have a cyst trait of one sort or another. So really looking forward to have some better options and manage things a little better.
You had some aphid pressure here too?
Yeah, been a constant struggle for the last 6 to 8 weeks, I guess. Most fields have been sprayed. You know, I guess seed treatments this year has really helped us along. Some of the stuff that didn't have seed treatments has been sprayed twice. The stuff that did have seed treatments, a lot of that got sprayed, but it kept the pressure down for quite a while before we did have to spray, to at least just limit it to one spray. So
where are we as far as maturity or development with this soybean crop?
Yeah, so a lot of the beans have hit R6 now. So, you know, as far as for aphids, we're kind of in the clear there. Some of the later seeded ones, we're in that R4, R4.5. So we still need some time, but you know, hopefully another 3-4 weeks without a frost, and we're going to be to a point where the crop is mature. Into the corn, we're kind of in that same boat. If we can hold off till the late September without a frost, a lot of the corn is starting to dent or is fully dented. So all things considered for the planting and the summer we had and whatnot, we're actually sitting okay.
What kind of maturity are we looking at in this Thief River Falls area?
Yeah, a lot of typically a lot of 78 to 82 day corn. So 82 288 is a new one from us. That's kind of a big player. We've got 8048's another one that hits a lot of acres and fits our maturity group real well. And looking to next year, we've got a new 78 day that hopefully will fill in some of the voids too.
This is really a time to be thinking about for next year, and you know, you can make some plans by seeing what worked this year and such.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I always kind of say every year seems to have an asterisk next to it, so it's tough to take what you learned last year and apply it to the next year, but these things can happen. Not that history hopefully doesn't repeat itself for this year, but you know, there's things we learned as far as iron chlorosis tolerance on these soybean varieties. We had a lot of pressure early this year, so things to watch out for next year, of course. Yep.
Tell me a little bit about the agency.
Yeah, so we're a full-service agency. We do crop consulting and soil testing and variable rate mapping. It's myself and a couple other full-time agronomists and some seasonal and internship help too.
Well, again, we appreciate the hosting us. Wish we'd be out in the field, but Mother Nature did not want to cooperate.
Yeah, thanks guys for showing up. Yep.
Kent Rivard with us, K-Star Ag Services. It's the Red River Farm Network Crop Tour presented by Pioneer.